Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
14.
Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, steps away. Steps away to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Check. 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 Back.
They run the counter. Carson, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Here's Procise. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He hits his running back, Procise. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Fourth down, here's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
It's a pickup of 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. A dump off to Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. On 1st down, it's Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 54 yards. As they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play.
Touch 50, touch 50. Mike 35, Mike 35.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
He's going to go for a big play. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They'll get 34 yards there.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll run to Marshawn Lynch. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Ankle. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 1st down, Prescott. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll run with Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added. Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you. but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I got you.
They go play action with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Robert Quinn picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And he's got Lockett. A very solid gain of 27.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out.
Check safety, check safety. Check 4, check 4. Hey, switch gears.
First down, the run with Lynch. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You're more credit than me.
Chidobe Awuzie on the tackle. A gain of 2.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Check 280. Watch 54. Watch the right. Watch the right.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. This is Carson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Here is Lynch on 3rd and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Steelers able to knock it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Here we go. Hey, kill.
Prescott to throw. This to Jarwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw. This is caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins.